Philippines here, and this is a shorty. I'm going to talk today about Sydney Watson. Here's a picture of Sydney. Sydney Watson is a lovely person, very smart lady. I've often watched her stuff, and I love her sense of humour. She's great, you know. She's also very beautiful. Always a good thing, you know. Anyhow, she got put on a flight, which I believe was an Air America flight. Sorry, don't sue me. That's just my memory if I'm wrong. And anyway, she got put in one of these three seats. I hate these bloody things where you've got three seats together, right? And the two outer seats, she got a middle seat. And the two outer seats were being occupied by land whales, female land whales. You know, these vastly obese women who, unfortunately, we see far too many of these days. You know, I believe actually Australia, where Sydney is Australian, or half Australian, she lives there. I believe Sydney is now the world leader for obesity. It's even more obese than America. My God, you must be so proud of yourselves. You must be so happy that you managed to do that, to be even bigger, gutsy fucking couch potatoes than the Yanks. And boy, that took some doing, didn't it? Anyhow, Sydney, because Sydney is a very funny lady, you know, I was very annoyed about this, and quite reasonably. I mean, she paid for an actual seat, you know, a seat, and what she actually got was half a seat, because a quarter of the seat on either side was being taken up by a land whale, you know. And if you've ever been on an airplane and stuck next to someone like that, it's disgusting. It's horrible. I mean, I'm a big guy, but I'm not like that. I mean, some of these people, how do you manage to eat that much? And do you ever stop? And of course, when you're there, it's like a Christian ice cream. Ugh. Anywho, Sydney took to her blog to complain, to say, "Oh, I know this is ridiculous." I mean, the airline, I believe, offered her $150 in compensation. You know, 150 Australian is absolutely nothing. That's like 70 quid. Well, not even 70 quid. And she'd had hours of this torture. But what was really interesting about it was that the land whales reacted, and they actually got support. They started saying, "Oh, how awful, what an evil person you are for actually even saying that, you know, maybe we should lose a little bit of weight." And I thought it was brilliant. I mean, Sydney is just she's so right. You know, if you've ever been in that situation, you just wish that the cabin crew would just take one of these fatos and fling him off the plane. Even if it happens to be at 30,000 feet. I don't care. And they started howling and roaring as only the most irritated Karen ever can about how it's their perfect right to be as obese and as ugly and as thoroughly nasty as they like. And they were saying things like, "Oh, we can't wait for you to be a mother and get fat like us." Actually, I've got to tell you something. Most mothers are not fat like you ladies. No. My ex-wife had 4 kids like that. I know plenty of women, a majority of women, they have their babies, they keep their shape, they stay gorgeous, they stay slim and beautiful. You have a personality disorder that makes you eat too much. That's the basic problem, dear. You're sick in the head, which has made you sick in the body. You're a fatso. You're obese. That doesn't mean you're not human. I'm not saying you're not human. But if you take up more than one seat on an airplane, surely you should pay for more than one seat. But these being Australians, of course, had taken single seats in economy, hoping, obviously, that, you know, nobody would be put in the space between them. And they thought, being Australian, that, well, you know, we could get away with this and not have to pay for, you know, 2 seats each. This way we just only pay for 1 seat each. And then poor Sid was put in the middle and forced to have these blubber mountains, you know, greasing against her for the duration of the flight, which must have been awful for you, Sydney, and you have my total sympathy. I have been there, and it's beyond gross. It really is. So anyway, I found that quite amusing. It came, you know, because obviously all these bloody things end up on places like Twitter, which, you know, it's basically a sewer, but sometimes what's said is quite funny. And actually, this particular comment was on the Daily Mail comments to the story, and of course, that's even worse than Twitter. I mean, can you believe it? Can you believe it? It's actually worse. Anyway, Somebody made what I think is an absolutely brilliant suggestion. And this person said, why don't you just charge by weight? You know, when you buy your ticket, you have to send them an accurate weight. You have to carry yourself. You have to go and stand on the scales and say, oh my God, 115 kilos. Oh, shit, I'm going to have to do something about it. If you're me. But why should somebody who's like Sam, who's 35 kilos on a rainy day, why should she not get the flight cheaper? I mean, it presumably costs a fraction of the amount of fuel to fly her around the world as it would to fly me around the world. So why shouldn't big people pay more? What's wrong with that idea? Well, that sounds to me like perfectly damned fair that the land whales pay more than the slender, sexy women. And that will be an encouragement for them not to turn into land whales in the first place. So it's got a positive health benefit. What's wrong with that? Sounds absolutely great. Don't you think? Don't you think? I mean, I really think so. I think that from the point of view of, world health, that from now on, all airlines should be required to price by the kilo. Oh, okay, if you're American, price by the pound. We don't really mind. We know what you mean, even if you are living in the past. Price by the kilo. 115 kilos, that's, that's going to cost $230, sir. 35 kilos? Oh, no problem, madam. $105. Why not? What's unfair about that? Why should fat people get to, who pig out all the time, get to, effectively get their extra large carried for nothing on other people's tickets? So, Sydney, total support for you there, darling. I think you're wonderful anyway. But that one, it just had me in stitches. It really did. I was laughing fit to bust. And it was actually, the Karen reaction, the way that they were so furious that anybody dared suggest that they shouldn't be blubber mountains. I found that hilarious. And by the way, sorry, this dog ate my teeth. Until I can figure out how to get a new set of teeth, you're going to have to look at my gaps. Anyway, that's enough of that one. Take care of yourselves. I saw that this morning and I was laughing. I was laughing in the bed and Sam said, what's wrong with you? You've gone crazy. What are you laughing at? And I was trying to explain this story to her and it's like, it ain't going anywhere. Anyway, take care of yourselves. We will see you soon.